Hello. How you doing? I had a thought. I've been thinking about the Mechanicus, and you know what bothers me the most about the Mechanicus out of everybody? It's like there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons to not like the Mechanicus. They mess around with shit that they don't understand to try to understand it, and usually when end up fucking up some shit. They use too many resources. They easily corrupted. But what bothers me the most about the Mechanicus is the fact that like the treaty that was signed to keep the Mechanicus doing what they do while also providing the weapons, everything that the Imperium needs to further things along, wouldn't be such a big problem if they didn't butt heads at every turn. It's not only they are like half machine, basically Xenos and shit. It's just they intentionally go against what they supposed to do. During my tenure as knowing anything about Warhammer, the Mechanicus has fucked up so many things, going into places in ways that they shouldn't have, or not even touched, and made things worse for everybody else. Just alone using most human life and like giving so little about human life and using it to a point where it's basically useless. It's like turning a human into a servitor is the worst thing you can do. To me, anyway. Like the thing they do with babies and the thing they do with what's like, that's all on them. But like regular, everyday, functioning humans of the Imperium, whether they are prisoners or just some motherfuckers who ended up in a bad situation, using human life the way the Mechanicus does is probably the biggest waste of everything that they do. Because it's not like, oh, they use them, they basically just use them as slave labor to do whatever is needed. But like, servitors don't last. Like, servitors in general just don't, like, unless it's like the servo skull servitors and shit like that. But like the servitors with the giant arm, what's name, they kind of make them better so they can be useful. But they are so inclined to fail, so inclined to corruption, so inclined to be fixed that like human life is nothing strictly because of the numbers, but they make human life useless because of the way they turn them into things sometimes. It ain't like you servitorizing something to make them better, because they usually don't be better. Like, if the games are anything to go off, they have failure points that are unbelievable. They fail so quickly, even if they are good and last a fair amount of time, they could cause more problems. Like, one servitorized human could take out a group of motherfuckers, because it's basically like a man of iron that has no mind. And then after all of that, if the servitorization process didn't go well, or like, you know, the human psyche comes back, then you just have a useless thing. Like, servitors in my, like, not servo skulls, not the little cherub, what's named, that act like help people reload and shit like that. Those things are like pretty much basically already dead. AI basically. But when you have like a full human and then you augment them to be more dangerous and have the failure point of like a fucking hinge that's rusted, like, why would you even keep making those motherfuckers? At the very least, make humans more controllable, less gonna turn them into something that will follow every order, but you know, they might fall off a building and not be usable anymore. What the fuck?